According to the NOAA, microplastics are plastic particles with diameter smaller than 5 millimeters. They originate from different sources and eventually enter the marine environment. Being persistent and non-degradable, these particles are now distributed widely in the oceans. A research done in 2015 found that Hong Kong had relatively high abundance of microplastics along beaches, when compared with other countries like South Korea and the United States. In order to know the amount of microplastics present in the Hong Kong waters, we participated in the Plastic-Free Seas classroom, sampled seawater by trawling, and analyzed the samples in laboratory. The sample is divided into several size fractions. We used chemicals to digest the organic matter and separated out microplastics by density. Our results show that all the samples contain certain amounts of microplastics. One of the major problems faced by marine life is that they often accidentally ingest the microplastics, which look yummy to the fish. However, the microplastics actually bear no nutrients that can support the growth of the fish. After eating loads of microplastics, the fish will feel too full to eat its normal, nutritious food, such as krill. When this situation persists, the fish will die eventually due to a lack of nutrients in its body. Apart from filling up the stomach of animals, microplastics can be toxic upon ingestion. Plastics are not plastic alone. Many are added with chemicals called plasticizers in the view of changing the properties of plastics to suit our needs. For example, our PVC shower curtains and tubings are made flexible with the addition of plasticizer. But these chemicals may leach out from the plastic and enter the body of animals after ingestion. Research shows that they may cause endocrine disruption, impacting the development and reproduction of animals. This impact is chronic rather than abrupt, since animals can only take in microplastics, and thus, the plasticizers, bit by bit. Other than being toxic itself, microplastics can easily attach to persistent organic pollutants, known as POPs, which are mostly man-made chemicals used as pesticides or other industrial processes. They are toxic, very persistent and able to accumulate in the environment for a long period of time. When microplastics adhered with POPs are ingested by marine animals, the toxins will be transferred to the organisms. POPs can accumulate in the fatty tissue of animals and may lead to health problems or even death of the animals. From a larger perspective, when small fish that consumed the toxins are eaten by large fish, and large fish eaten by humans, toxic chemicals will accumulate along the food chain and eventually affect top consumers like us, humans. Not only do microplastics affect ecosystems through being ingested, their lightweight and durability make them capable of floating on the oceans for a long time, from one continent to the other. Sometimes, they may even carry organisms with them. Some studies reveal that a lot of organisms, ranging from the larger barnacles to the tiny protozoans, attach and travel with plastics. Although larger plastic debris can carry more organisms, microplastics will also do the job. Such process may bring new species to a place, so that the introduced species may compete with local species for food and resources, or even prey on local species. The consequences are sometimes disastrous, and often, unpredictable. Beyond knowing how ecosystems are impacted by microplastics, we actually can work together to make a difference. We shall learn more about the microplastics problem. Some good ways are to visit NGOs' websites, join more of their workshops and read more news articles. Let's learn more about the issue and be well prepared. It is also important to tell more people what you have learnt so far. Just chatting with your friends and family or simply share related posts on Facebook can spread the message. There are many products that contain microplastic. Visit the website to know more about what you should avoid, and what you should use. With reference to the above list, we can replace scrubs that contain micropads with scrubs that only contain natural material, such as sugar. In addition, We can replace toothpaste that has microbads with toothpaste that doesn't use microbads. We can also use less plastic products by following the principle of 3Rs. Firstly, we can reduce their use. For example, tell the shopkeeper that you don't need a plastic bag, and bring your own bag when you go shopping. Secondly, we can reuse different kinds of plastic products. For example, transform plastic cups into trendy pen holder. Lastly, recycle plastic products when you need to abandon it. Remember to wash it before throwing it into a recycling bin.